Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a 100 Season 3 recap leading up to the premiere of the 100. So if the 100 is something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon, that way you don't miss any future videos on the 100 moving forward. Now let's begin. So Season 3 of the 100 picks up right away where we left off with Murphy. He's been locked up in this lighthouse that he found at the end of Season 2. After being injured, he makes his way to the White House in the end of Season 2 and ends up being trapped there for a couple of months in the beginning of Season 3. He ends up almost committing suicide, but ends up being freed at the last minute and is reunited with Jaha, who's been working with Ali, who we met at the end of Season 2. And he has joined the City of Light, which is this kind of Matrix, kind of other dimensional world kind of place. And he has become like this kind of Buddhist kind of person who who's kind of like wants to convert everyone who he crosses paths with into the City of Light and make them join him there and Ali and make Ali stronger. However, Murphy does not agree with that, and the two of them kind of come to blows over that, and on their way back to go back to Arcadia, the camp where the rest of the Sky people are, Murphy and him split up, and Murphy ends up going with his girlfriend who he met back in Season 2, Imori, and the two of them begin this resistance against Ali while her brother joins Jaha in his quest for the City of Light. Meanwhile, back at Arcadia, where the rest of the Sky people are, we meet back up with Bellamy, Octavia, and the rest of the group, and we find out that over the past couple months, they've converted Arcadia into this kind of settlement. It's like a small town / city, and it's kind of like where they all live and whatever. And we find out that Jasper's kind of been going through this depression since the death of his girlfriend Maya back in Season 2, and he's kind of become reckless and is going through like this depressionary stage. And Raven's still struggling with her injured leg that she had due to Murphy shooting her in the back, and also due to an explosion that happened at Mount Weather. So she's still dealing with that stuff, and they decide to go out on this trip to kind of expand their area, get a better understanding of what's out there, as well as kind of look for Clark at the same time. They end up getting into some trouble with the Ice Nation, which is the most ruthless and dangerous grounder clan out there, and they end up having trouble with them. They also find out while they're out there from Indra that Clark is now being hunted by everyone due to the fact that what she did at the mountain, killing all the mountain men. They have named her Wanheda, which translates to the Commander of Death, and everyone's hunting her and wants to kill her. That way, by killing her, they believe that they'll absorb her power and then thereby become more powerful and stronger. So Bellamy, Kane, and Monty go with Indra to look for Clark, while the rest of them go back to Arcadia. While looking for Clark, they end up running into another group of surviving Sky people led by this guy named Charles Pike, who landed in Ice Nation territory, and due to that, he's kind of adapted a more ruthless image of the Grounders and doesn't totally trust them and thinks that they're all savages, unlike how we've become to know most of them, like Indra in the series. And he believes that they need to kill them all and bring this land back to them and give it back to the Sky people and rid the land of the Grounders. And they end up trying to look for Clark. However, they end up having to turn back after they realize that the Ice Nation is marching on the capital city of the Grounders, Polis, and they have to fall back. Meanwhile, we find out that Clark has been living in the wild for the past couple months and has been kind of trading at this local trade post with this grounder named Nyla. They kind of have this kind of, I guess, on-again, off-again relationship. I don't totally consider it a relationship, but they kind of had this small, I'd say maybe budding romance kind of thing. And they kind of she's going there to trade and get supplies so she can last out there. However, one night while being there, she ends up being captured by a bounty hunter from the Ice Nation, and she is taken back to the capital city, and it's revealed that instead of being taken to the Ice Queen, which she had originally thought was going to happen to her, which would have been bad because the Ice Queen would have then killed her and absorbed her powers and been able to take out Lexa, the commander, but it is revealed that Rowan took the grounder that took her. Rowan has brought her to Polis and has traded her to Lexa, the commander, in order to get his banishment lifted. A few days later, Kane and a delegation of Sky People head to Polis to retrieve Clark and make a deal with them to become the third member of the coalition. That succeeds. However, the Ice Nation destroys Mount Vever, killing some of Pike's people in the process, which causes Pike to become even angrier at the Grounders. Due to Alexa allowing the Sky People to become the new member of the coalition, she becomes under attack herself due to the Ice Nation not trusting her leadership anymore, and the Queen challenges her leadership. However, Lexa kills the Queen and forms an alliance with the new King Rowan, who is now an alliance with Lexa. However, furthermore, trust issues emerge with Lexa, and one of her closest advisors accidentally kills her while trying to blame it on Murphy, who ended up there due to selling illegal stuff on the side of the road. And Lexa ends up dying and leaving the Sky People in trouble due to the fact that the next commander that may come up might not side and want to be allies with the Sky People. Meanwhile, Kane begins a rebellion against Pike, who has begun exterminating the Grounders. He tries to overthrow Pike, however, it fails, and he and a bunch of other people, including Lincoln, are sentenced to death. However, during a failed escape attempt, Lincoln is captured and killed by Pike, which causes Bellamy, who had previously sided with Pike, to turn against him and trick him and capture him and turn him over to the Grounders to pay for his crimes against them. Meanwhile, at the same time, Jaha has been at Arcadia and successfully has converted almost all of Arcadia to the City of Light with the help of Raven and Abby, promising everybody that they will be free of their pain and agony. However, Raven soon realizes she no longer has any free will and escapes Arcadia with the help of Jasper and rendezvous with Clark and the rest of the Resistance, and they help her disconnect from Allie, and they soon realize that they need to find another Nightblood, which is a person who can absorb the upgraded version of Allie and have that person defeat Allie and turn her and the City of Light off. Meanwhile, in Polis, Ontari, a ruthless Ice Nation soldier, has won the conclave, which determines who becomes the next commander. However, soon Jaha arrives and converts almost all of the people in Polis to the Ice Nation, except for a select few people who start a second resistance against Allie in Polis. Meanwhile, Clark and her band of resistance heads to another Grounder clan on this giant ocean rig led by this person named Luna, who can absorb the upgraded Allie besides Ontari, who is the only other person who can. However, Luna refuses due to adopting a pessimistic kind of lifestyle. Due to this, Clark and them decide to form a second kind of plan to defeat Allie and team up with Rowan and decide to put the upgraded version of Allie into Ontari, even though it's the last one that they want to do. And by doing this, they believe that Ontari will be grateful and have no choice but to honor and protect the Sky People, something she wouldn't do in any other circumstances. However, their plan ends up failing and Rowan is badly wounded, and they have to find a new way to enter in and get to Ontari. So they end up having to team up with Pike and his group of resistance that had started in Polis, and they begin fighting people. And however, by the time they get up there to get to Ontari, Jaha has killed her to the point where she's brain dead, and Clark has no other option but to get a blood transfusion and have Ontari's Nightblood pump into her as she becomes a Nightblood and battle Allie in the City of Light. And she is able to contact and reach Allie in the City of Light and stop her. However, before shutting Allie down, Allie warns Clark that the reason she started the City of Light was to save people from their pain and agony due to the fact that another second apocalypse is on the way and it will destroy the Earth again, and the City of Light was her way of trying to protect these people from their pain and agony that they would suffer when the second apocalypse comes. However, Clark shuts Allie down anyway, deciding to figure out a way to survive the second apocalypse when it comes. So yeah, guys, that's my recap of Season 3 of the 100. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss any future videos on the 100 moving forward. This has been Vision here at Blind Entertainment, and I will see you next time.